Hey guys, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on for more great content.
Hi guys, es3tag from Nip here. I'll be answering some of your questions, so let's go on with it. From Rufus, did you feel pressure while playing for Astralis? Because at that time, Astralis was the best team of all time, and how was it like in this team? Yeah, I did definitely feel some pressure. I remember my very first official, because it had been like 4 or 5 months that I had my last official, and then I was playing with all these legends. I remember very vividly, like playing on train, I was shaking a lot, playing backline, and I decided to pick up the op because I couldn't hit anything with the rifle. It felt really bad. But I managed to have an okay debut, so yeah, it wasn't too bad, but I was definitely pretty nervous at that time. From Geosliff, how good has your Swedish gotten since joining NIP? If the team is coming in Swedish, are you able to understand them fluently now versus then? Yeah, I mean, it's been going pretty well, I would say myself. I think the other guys are also, they don't sense the same amount of accent, I guess, that used to happen. But I think the gaming language in CSGO, it's always been really easy for me to understand, even though it has been in Swedish, because we have so many keywords that kind of like go over and over again. So it's more like outside of the game that's been more tough, which I have improved on tremendously. So. From the Ginja, what is your favorite moment in your career that you'll never forget? I would say it's probably when I won my first big event of EPL with Astralis against Navi. It was a really tough BO5, and yeah, we managed to clinch it, and it was a great feeling. So. From Swagger7, what do you think was the most interesting era of professional Counter-Strike? The most interesting one was probably the Creek meta. I think it was pretty cool because you've always played Counter-Strike and it's like always the same weapons going over and over again. So all of a sudden you have like a Zoom meta, which made it like you don't want to buy this weapon because if the CTs get it, it's going to be really tough for you because it's way easier to hold with that long Zoom weapon. And maps had to be played totally different because you didn't want to just run into an SG. So it was definitely more interesting, I'd say. From Tomer Bannon 14, who is a young player you think is overlooked as for how good he is? I think at the time, back in Heroic, when I played in Heroic, I think Stam was overlooked, but that's not the case anymore. Like he's regularly known as a top 20 player, but he's a really good teammate and a really great player. So I would say him back then, but not so much now. I wouldn't know who to look at now, to be honest. From Kadima XD, who is the funniest player on your team? I would have to give it to Plopsky, because he is kind of like the guy who makes the most fun, a bit of a clown of the team in a sense. So yeah, I think we all laugh with and at him. So. From Gabor Maclight, what is your favorite skin? The Gungnir Op. I think that one is really aesthetically pleasing and yeah, it looks really cool. From Pevs CS, best way to get better movement? Play a lot. Back in 1.6, I used to play a lot of hide and seek, KC, and surf. And I kind of just kept that going in CSGO as well, which is why I assume I have really good movement. Yeah. From Ponern, best teammate in your career? I would probably say Stown, actually. I think he's always been really good communication-wise and like just mood-wise and stuff. So I would probably say Stown. And from Cinema 1, no questions. Just tell him shout out from the Retake 14 gang. He plays there with us. Yes, I do. Hey, what's up? It's a lot of fun. We play a lot of Retake with a bunch of randoms. So yeah, if people want to join that, it's on the warm-up server Retake 14. It's a lot of people that I play with there. So thanks for your questions. It's been awesome to answer. If you want more content, make sure you subscribe to Betway down below.